Quiet minds, watchful eyes, 10 hidden strengths of people who don't speak much but observe everything. In a world obsessed with broadcasting thoughts and capturing attention, there exists a quieter kind of brilliance, the kind that doesn't need to be heard to be felt. These are the quiet observers, people who may not speak much, but who seem to always know what's going on beneath the surface. They don't need a spotlight. They don't crave the stage, but they carry a certain depth, a stillness, a way of noticing what others miss. They're often the ones quietly scanning the room, picking up on body language, tone, and energy shifts that pass right over the heads of more talkative personalities. These individuals might not always voice their observations, but don't mistake their silence for absence. Their minds are active, attentive, and often several steps ahead. Let's explore the deeply layered traits of these quiet, yet powerfully observant souls, and discover why their presence is not just valuable, but essential in our often noisy and distracted world. 1. They don't just hear, they deeply listen. Unlike most who listen to respond, quiet observers listen to understand. They're not preoccupied with crafting a rebuttal or stealing the spotlight. Instead, they tune in fully and mindfully. They take in not just your words, but your pauses, your hesitations, your voice inflections, and the emotions behind what you say. They're emotionally invested in making you feel heard, even when they don't offer much in return. Psychological insight. This level of deep listening is connected to high empathic accuracy, the ability to correctly infer the thoughts and feelings of others. Researchers believe that listening like this not only builds trust, but strengthens interpersonal relationships, making these individuals sought after as friends, partners, and confidants. 2. They catch what most miss. Micro-expressions and subtle cues. While others get lost in loud gestures or dramatic statements, quietly observant people are attuned to the micro, the tiny twitches of a lip, the darting glance to the floor, the momentary shift in body posture. These micro-expressions often reveal truths our words try to hide. Anxiety behind a smile, frustration behind politeness, or sadness behind laughter. Observers decode these with astonishing accuracy. In real life, you might find them gently checking in after a meeting, picking up on something you didn't even realize you revealed. This makes them deeply intuitive and often very hard to lie to. 3. They prefer substance over noise. Their silence isn't a lack, it's a filter. They don't speak unless they have something meaningful to say. Small talk, not their domain, but bring them a deep philosophical conversation, a vulnerable confession, or a moment of honest reflection, and watch them light up. They often feel drained by surface-level banter and energized by thoughtful, honest dialogue. Psychological context. This tendency correlates with the personality trait depth orientation, where individuals are drawn to meaning, purpose, and authenticity. It's also common in introverts who recharge by reflecting rather than socializing in large, noisy groups. 4. They're emotionally attuned, and often the first to sense discomfort. Even before someone says they're upset, quietly observant people can feel it. Maybe it's the way someone avoids eye contact, or how their laughter doesn't reach their eyes. These observers sense emotional undercurrents and shifts in group dynamics with incredible precision. They are emotional barometers, sensing pressure changes before others do. Psychological insight. This ability is often rooted in effective empathy, feeling what others feel, and it makes these individuals particularly compassionate and responsive in relationships. 5. Their internal world is rich, reflective, and deep. While they may seem reserved on the outside, inside their mind is a rich inner dialogue. They think through scenarios, replay conversations, and analyze emotional currents. They are rarely bored. Their internal world is too alive for that. They are often deep thinkers who spend more time reflecting than reacting. Creative edge. Many quiet observers become artists, writers, thinkers, or strategists, because their quiet nature allows ideas to percolate and mature. They're the ones connecting the dots when no one else even notices the dots exist. 6. They're uncannily good at reading people. Give them a little time, and they'll often see through the masks people wear. While others may take months to notice someone's true intentions, quiet observers rely on subtle clues, inconsistencies, body language, tone, to form a holistic impression. They may not voice their observations, but they are rarely surprised by human behavior. Trust their instincts. Many people later say you were right about them because these individuals often pick up on things early. This makes them trusted advisors in both personal and professional settings. 7. They move with intention, not impulse. Whether it's choosing their words, committing to a decision, or entering a social interaction, quiet observers do so mindfully. They assess the situation first, watch the flow of energy, the dynamics, the people, and only then do they engage. This makes their actions deliberate and their decisions well considered. Why it matters? In a fast-paced world where decisions are rushed, their caution and discernment are a grounding force. They're rarely reckless, and their restraint is often mistaken for passivity, when in fact, it's powerful control. 8. They speak volumes without saying a word. Because they speak less, their nonverbal communication is more refined. A reassuring nod, a warm smile, a steady gaze, they use silence, posture, and presence to make others feel comfortable. They also read nonverbal cues effortlessly, picking up what others mean, not just what they say. Research-backed. Studies show that a large part of communication is nonverbal. These individuals often have a natural fluency in this unspoken language, making them excellent at building trust and rapport. 9. They are naturally creative and insightful. Observation fuels imagination. The more you notice about the world, the more you understand it, and the more connections you make. Many quietly observant people are naturally inclined toward creative expression, whether in writing, music, photography, design, or even entrepreneurship. Their creativity often emerges as a form of self-expression, processing, or storytelling. In therapy and education, these individuals thrive when they are given tools to express their inner world. They often respond well to expressive outlets like journaling, drawing, or reflective writing. 10. They see the forest and the trees. They're not just focused on details. They understand how those details fit into a bigger picture. They can zoom in and out, noticing small patterns and broad implications alike. They understand people, systems, and situations at both the macro and micro level, which gives them an edge in fields like psychology, strategy, counseling, creative direction, and leadership. The quiet strategist. In a team, they may be the one who doesn't say much in the meeting, but their one contribution changes the entire course of the project. Final reflection, the quiet power of observation. In our often loud, fast-paced, and performative world, it's easy to overlook the ones sitting quietly in the corner. But make no mistake, these are often the wisest people in the room. Their silence isn't empty. It's full of awareness, understanding, empathy, and insight. They teach us the value of presence without pressure, of reflection over reaction, and of observation as a form of power. So the next time you find yourself in the company of someone who speaks little, pause before you rush to fill the silence. You might be in the presence of someone who sees everything and understands more than you'll ever know. Do you relate to this? Are you the quiet observer in your circles? Or do you know someone like this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's celebrate the quiet strength in all of us.